Clemson 30, Notre Dame 3. Not much we can say that everybody doesn't already know from witnessing a pretty sound thrashing, 538 yards to 248 for Notre Dame. Third down conversions. Notre Dame was 5 for 11 or 5 for 17. It doesn't seem like they were even that good. It's just too much physical dominance by Clemson. Notre Dame had opportunities early. Bad break with Julian Love's injury. Bad break with the fumble on the kick return by Clemson that was overruled after that. Over the course of 60 minutes, it was just going to be too much.
Yeah, there are 4 big plays by Clemson. 3 of them resulted in touchdowns. 2 of them on third down. Another one sets up a touchdown to end the half. I really thought that touchdown broke Notre Dame's back. I know they mentioned in the locker room that Travis Etienne's kind of breakaway to make it 30-3 ended it, but at 23-3 instead of 16-19-3 going to the half, you kind of didn't feel Notre Dame could come back from that deficit. And honestly, it's not like his fault they lost the game, but that's just an egregious penalty by Jerry Tillery to hit Trevor Lawrence late, and it sets up a 19-yard touchdown to end the half.
Offensively, Notre Dame could do nothing. You can say Chip Long didn't come up with any answers. You can say the offensive line got beat. You can say that the wide receivers couldn't get open. It's all of those things, and that's why had a couple of those things gone Notre Dame's way early, they had a chance to take a 10-3 lead after that kickoff. But over the course of 60 minutes, Clemson's physicality on both sides of the ball was going to put the game in their favor. So if it wasn't 30-3, it was going to be one-sided one way or another. Comparable to 2012. I think certainly Notre Dame after the first quarter felt pretty good about their opportunities, but then all slipped away from them.
I felt like this defense played much better. Not that we have to compare that game, but this defense was really, if you mitigate 2 of those 4 giant plays, you have a shot. I never felt like they had a shot in the other game, but the physicality of Clemson up front, you talk to Notre Dame's players, they don't want to admit that. They're saying it's all on them for not executing. They were just, there's a reason Ian Book couldn't find anybody downfield. They were covered. The receivers didn't want to admit they were covered. There's a reason Ian Book found no room to run. They dominated Notre Dame up front. It is not surprising at all that Notre Dame's offensive line was overrun, but what is surprising is that there was really no adjustment whatsoever by the offense and no big plays made. Even maybe adjustments were made, but Notre Dame's players didn't make plays, and as you said, it's usually not all one thing. I do think it starts with the offensive line, but boy, it was not a good showing for the offense.
Notre Dame's defensive line did a good job against the run. I thought Jerry Tillery and Jonathan Bonner did a nice job. What happened though, ultimately, was Notre Dame's defensive ends were all beaten up, and why is Jameer Jones in there? Because they don't have enough. They don't have enough bodies to withstand it. But they did a really nice job against ETN. But as you said, Tim, the big plays. Justin Ross, outstanding receiver. Dante Vaughn, totally overmatched in this situation. Does Julian Love give up those plays? Maybe one, but not more than one. Right. Because Clemson makes plays against everybody, and so at that point he got away. And like you say, when it was 23-3 at halftime, it was really unfortunate because they played a really solid first quarter and could have been in the game going into halftime, but it slipped away from them.
They needed the break that they didn't get on the overturn call. They needed Julian Love not to leave the game. Dante Vaughn, I can't. Has he played a meaningful snap since Pittsburgh?
No.
And he was benched during those snaps, and you just can't put him against 2 of the best wide receiver tandem in the country when you're looking at these guys, or at least in the ACC. And you knew those guys were going to make plays. If you said that Notre Dame is going to lose Julian Love to start the game for the first half, your score prediction is about 30 to something in the first half because they were stressed so much on the back end, and I think it affected everything.
Not much more we can say. It was Clemson pretty much all the way after the first quarter. Clemson 30, Notre Dame 3.